Hey everyone, this is Joanne coming to you live from New York. I'm also known as #unicornboss. So as you guys are jumping online tonight, go ahead and hit me up with some unicorn emojis since those are my jam. If you're grabbing me live, go ahead and leave me a #1. And if you're catching me on the replay, go ahead and leave me a #2. So super excited tonight, you guys, to do a little bit of cooking. I've got a brand new recipe for you, so I hope you guys are excited. So as you guys are jumping online, hit me up with some heart emojis down here, please. It really helps me out. Tonight we're going to be doing a chicken and Alfredo bake. So if you guys love cheese, if you love cheesy casseroles, go ahead and give me some cheese emojis below and we will go ahead and get started cooking. So I see a bunch of you guys jumping online. Welcome. Don't forget to say hi and let me know where you're coming in from. Leave me a #1 if you're catching me live, and if you're grabbing me on the replay, go ahead and leave me a #2. By the way, if you're a brand new friend, don't forget to comment new below so that way I can circle back around and connect with you and say hi. I got a ton of brand new friends, so if you're brand new to me, welcome. My name is Joanne. I've been keto 1 year now, lost 60 pounds. I'm just so passionate about what this lifestyle has done for me. So let me go ahead and say hi to a few people real quick. Just a few things for you guys. If you haven't followed me yet, go ahead and click right here. It should pop up and you can do follow and then see first. And I'm getting a lot of messages from people that you aren't seeing my videos anymore, so make sure you go ahead and turn on the notification. It's really easy to do. You just click up here for me and then turn on that notification. So let's see who we've got. Hi Shota, hi Matt, Jacqueline, Courtney, Carol, Amanda, Ed, Emily, who else do we have? Dina, Danielle, Sherry, Tammy. Welcome. Hi everybody, I'm so happy to have you. So make sure you say hi and let me know how your day is going. Hi Sherry, welcome. Hi Betty. So, what was I gonna say? I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, if we're not friends yet, and if you haven't followed me, make sure you're sending me a friend request and following my page. It's really important, so that way you don't miss out on all the fun things that we do here. So, tonight we're trying a brand new recipe. If you guys love cheese, go ahead and put some cheese emojis below. I'm making a chicken and bacon Alfredo bake. So what do you guys think? Does it sound yummy? I'm actually really excited about this one. And my boyfriend's been hounding me all day if I was gonna cook. So hi Matt, hi Jeff. So hopefully he'll come home to some really nice goodies. It's not a lot of ingredients. The recipe, whoever wrote this recipe, I had to do a little bit of conversions because it was in Celsius and it was in, I don't know, grams and all kinds of weird things. So hopefully this will work out okay, you guys. And thank you so much for the shares. I appreciate you. So if you have a lot of fun and you enjoy my page, you like the recipes and you learn lots of things about keto, make sure you go ahead and give the video a quick share. I so appreciate your love and support. So we're gonna start with, I know this looks like a ton of stuff over here, but it's really not. I've just got some simple ingredients that we're gonna do for our sauce, for our Alfredo sauce. And then after that, we're going to pre-cook our chicken a little bit and then throw it all together and make this delicious cheesy Alfredo bake. So I'm really excited about it. So let's get started with the sauce. So I guess I don't need my lid. So we're gonna start with melting our butter in our saucepan and then add some cream cheese, then cream, garlic powder, Parmesan, parsley, and then salt and pepper. So the sauce sounds really easy to do. I was always really intimidated of making an Alfredo sauce. I've done it once before and I promise you guys it's not rocket science. It's really easy. Hey Kathy, happy to have you. So let's go ahead and get this started. So I've got 5½ tablespoons of butter. So let me just throw this in here and then I'll start turning the pan on low. Okay, so how's everybody doing today? Would love to hear how your day was going. Do I find eating late, I gain weight? I actually don't. I'm more of a night owl. I always have been my entire life. I tend to cook late, just so you guys know, because that's when I have the most viewers online. So 8 to 9 o'clock Eastern time is really kind of like a sweet spot for me. I know I'm running late tonight because I was working on some other things before this. So yeah, as long as you're tracking your macros and you're where you need to be, I think it's better for your digestion if you don't eat so late before bed, but I'm up very late, so it all works out. I've got a few hours. Okay, so just waiting for this to melt. Hey Valentina, welcome all the way from Manhattan. So how are you all doing with your holiday shopping? Is everybody ready to go, good to go with it? I still have to wrap presents, you guys. I'm still that person. Finally got my tree up last weekend. I'm so behind schedule this year. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in, I've got 2 ounces of softened cream cheese here. So let me go ahead and start to put this in as well. And then we're going to do cream and garlic powder. So before our butter gets like too hot, I want to go ahead and add in my cream. So I've just got a cup of heavy whipping cream here. Typically, Tina, I only eat 1 or 2. To be honest, I did have some scrambled eggs and cheese and bacon and avocado and some olive oil and all that, but that was technically my lunch and I ate it very late. I usually do intermittent fasting. So I go from dinner time all the way till 2, 3 o'clock sometimes the next day. And typically I work out and then I eat after my workout. Now, that being said, I did not start that way, you guys. So if you're a brand new keto, don't feel the pressure to, you know, eat 100 grams of fat, reduce yourself to 20 grams of carbs, and, you know, what else? Stop eating sugar, and then, by the way, intermittent fast too, because it can be very, very hard. I see people get discouraged when that happens because it's very hard, and you can also get very sick. So one step at a time. When I started, when I was brand new, I started with focusing on trying to figure out what a carb looked like and learning to get under, you know, 20 to 25 grams of carbs every day. My first month was a hot mess. I had a lot of 40 to 60 gram carb days just because I really had no concept of what carbs look like and how to manage them. So I had a large learning curve with getting that under control. And during that time, I was eating 3 meals a day, you know. So once you kind of find the sweet spot for your fat macros, you'll find that you're not as hungry as often, and intermittent fasting starts to become very easy. So, hey Beth, welcome, happy to have you. So, all right, while I'm waiting for this to go, let me go ahead and put in some parsley. So let's try like a half a teaspoon. It really didn't have, this recipe was really weird. It was missing like a lot of directions. So hopefully we know enough to, to get this to go just fine. So I did a half a teaspoon of parsley, and that looks just about right. Can you guys see okay? You can always swipe the comments to the side if you're having trouble seeing. Okay, and I'm also going to do some garlic powder. It is, let's see, a teaspoon. So I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon, you guys, because I don't really have that much chicken. So I just don't want it to become overpowered. And I'm actually going to also use some fresh garlic, so I don't want it to get out of control. So we're starting to get a little warm here, so I'm going to turn this down because I don't want the cream to burn. I'm gonna take it off the heat for a second actually and just let it cool down a little bit because I still have to add some Parmesan in here. So while it's off the burner here, sorry, I had to move it for you. Let's go ahead and put in, we're gonna do, how much Parmesan? A 1/4 cup. So I've got a 1/4 cup of some fresh Parmesan here. Actually, this is a half a cup, so I'm gonna do most of this, but I'm not gonna do it all. So let's try that and see what it looks like. So how are you guys doing today? Don't be afraid to talk to me and ask me any questions that you have. I'll do my best to answer. What did everybody have for their keto dinner? I'm just gonna switch to a whisk to try and get out some of these lumps from the cream cheese. So I'm just gonna put a pinch of salt in here. And I would normally do some pepper too, you guys, but my pepper actually just ran out. I didn't realize I was running so low, so we're not gonna have any pepper for this, unfortunately. Okay, so this sauce is really good. I'm gonna move the camera back and I'm gonna bring this back here. Now, the recipe did call to use some xanthan gum, and I did talk about this on a live video not too long ago about the benefits of xanthan gum and how you can use it on a keto lifestyle to, actually gonna turn this off, to thicken sauces. So I notice right now that my sauce is already really beautiful and thick, so I'm not going to add the xanthan gum in. So make sure while you're cooking, don't just blindly put in the xanthan gum if you don't need it, otherwise the sauce is gonna become super, super thick. So what do you think? That was really quick and easy, right, for the Alfredo sauce. I just used a fresh grated Parmesan. I just have a hunk in the fridge, you know, whatever I can find that's a great price. So let me just make sure I didn't miss anything for the sauce. We did butter, cream cheese, cream, garlic powder, Parmesan, parsley, salt, and pepper, and that's it, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and pour this into a bowl and set it to the side. Oh my God, it smells amazing. You guys, that sauce smells ridiculous. It smells so, so good. Okay, I want to actually just get a different utensil to scrape out the rest of the sauce here, because I'm going to reuse the pan. We always want to use the existing juices and all of that in here. So I'm going to start to cook my chicken in here. So I just want to scrape out the bottom, and I will be right back. Okay, so there we go. You know what? Honestly, Diana, I'm not sure. I apologize. This recipe was made by Keto Mama Meeks, and it didn't have any macros, it didn't have any serving information, and I had to convert a lot of the measurements in here. So once we get done, we'll take a look together and see how much it can do. I imagine with a pound of chicken, it's probably gonna serve anywhere from 4 to 6, 4 larger, 6 smaller. That's what a typical casserole does. But I will let you know for sure once we get done. So, okay, so now we're going to begin to cook our chicken breasts. So I've already pre-cooked my bacon in my air fryer and chopped it up into little bits here. This was 3 slices of bacon. Honestly, next time I do it, I'll probably do 6 because that's really not a lot of bacon, but I just wanted to end up eating in the end, so I went with it. When you're shopping for bacon, I always talk about this when I'm showing you guys bacon, because it's really important and it's something that I see a lot of people miss when they're keto. Make sure you're getting uncured bacon, you guys. A lot of bacon out there is full of sugar and all kinds of nasty preservatives and things like that. So if you have bacon with sugar in it that is cured, it will definitely mess up your fat burn. So that's something that's really important. This one here is 100% natural, minimally processed, no added sugar, no added MSG. So it's a pretty good choice. It's not my #1 brand. It's by Hormel, but it will work in a pinch if you need it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I saved the oil from the bacon from my air fryer. So I'm actually gonna use that to cook my chicken so that we get some of the great savory juices. Those salt and pepper shakers I actually got off of HSN. I think they were, I don't know, some famous Wolfgang Puck. Yeah, Wolfgang Puck, if you wanna look them up, they're pretty cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna reheat up my pan here. And I'm gonna start, this is where I'm tweaking the recipe a little bit, you guys, so don't be afraid to mess around with it. I'm gonna put just a little bit of fresh garlic, maybe like 1 clove. And I'm also going to brown my onion. The recipe said to just sprinkle the whole onions in there raw, and I'm just like, I'm not feeling that. I don't really like raw onion. How about you guys? So you could feel free to do whatever feels right for you. So there we go. Also, this recipe did call for spinach, by the way. I just don't have any, so I'm gonna have to skip that right now. Hi, Rosemary, welcome. Yeah, the pepper shakers are really fun because I love to put the pink salt in the salt one. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this garlic just brown for about a minute. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in my onion. And then once that's kind of browned a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and just put my chicken in and pre-cook it. And then I'll probably throw the bacon in just so it gets a little savory and juicy with everything. Hi, Gina, welcome. So happy to have you. Love you, sweet sister. So for anybody that's just jumping on right now, we're doing a chicken and bacon Alfredo bake. So this is a brand new recipe for me. I've never done this. It sounds amazing. I've already done the Alfredo sauce. It was quick and easy. So right now we're moving over to the chicken portion, and I just have some garlic browning in the pan here with, ooh, holy cow, sorry, that's really hot. Don't do that, you guys. Don't use metal utensils. Hashtag real life. Okay. At least I didn't curse on live camera because I've got a potty mouth, so I can't even pretend. You may not know, but I do. So anyway, I was browning a little bit of garlic, and I'm just throwing in my onion now. I was using my leftover bacon fat to fry everything up. So I might have to put a dash of coconut oil in here because it wasn't quite a lot of bacon fat, but we'll see how it does first. Yes, it sounds amazing, Sherry. I'm really excited about this one. I just love casseroles. Hopefully you guys aren't bored of all the casseroles I do here. I just like them because they're hearty and there's always leftovers, so you can have lunch, and I don't know, it's winter time, so it feels good to have all kinds of hot, cheesy goodness. So, okay. So what did you guys have for your keto dinner tonight? I know this is like the boring part, but feel free to share with me and let me know. Yeah, winner chicken dinner. We have a few new people jumping on. Welcome. I'm just doing a chicken Alfredo bake, so hopefully you will enjoy it. So I don't want my onion to get too brown. Hi, Joe, welcome. Neat little keto trick for you is that when your onions get really, really caramelized, they actually become quite sugary and they can knock you out of ketosis. So I'm not like super crazy about it. I'm not super strict, but I am not going to let these get like fully super brown just because I try and keep myself in fat burn as much as I can. So I've lost 60 pounds over the course of the past year and I feel awesome. So had a few slip-ups, I won't even lie, for December for the holiday season, but we're getting back on track here. So life is always a journey and it's about balance. So if you've fallen off the keto wagon recently, don't be too hard on yourself. So I'm going to add a little bit of coconut oil, you guys, because my pan did get dry. So that way we have enough to also brown our chicken just a little bit. I like to cook with coconut oil. What do you guys prefer? I mean, I have all of the things, but I just feel like I really like the consistency of the coconut oil. Matt says he can't wait to eat. Yeah, me too. So this is starting to look really good. So just a few more minutes, you guys, and then we're going to finish this up. I promise we're almost done. Okay. Leave it there. Sometimes when you move it around too much, it messes it up. So how are you guys doing? What keto questions do you have for me? Is there anything I can help you with while we're waiting? This smells so good. I just love the savory scent of onions and garlic that are frying. It just smells so, so good. So I'm glad I did this. So for anybody, I just had a bunch of new viewers jump on, so welcome. We're doing a chicken Alfredo bake, and the recipe actually called to put the onion in raw, mixed into the casserole. So I'm modifying this slightly because I'm just not a fan of raw onion, and I know it will cook in the casserole, but I just think it's going to taste so much more delicious if we brown it first. So, all right, that's looking pretty good. Let me go ahead and add my chicken now. So I did this. I know this doesn't look like a lot of chicken, but it is 1 pound of chicken tenderloins. I like to use the small guys, so that way I just feel like they cook nicer. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the large breasts. Sometimes I feel like they just, you have to cook them so long. I feel like sometimes they don't stay as juicy. You guys are super quiet tonight, holy cow. Okay, so I wish I had some pepper, you guys. I ran out of pepper. So normally I would do some fresh cracked salt and pepper on top here and then flip it over, but we're out of pepper, so that's why I'm not using it. So I'm gonna let this cook for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes and then flip them over. I'm not gonna worry about fully cooking these bad boys through because we're going to go ahead and throw it in the oven and let it finish off. So it's supposed to cook for, let me just take a quick peek at the recipe, 350 degrees for 30 minutes. I'm probably gonna check it at like 20 to 25 minutes just because my chicken, when I pulled it out, it just didn't seem like a lot, so I just wanna make sure I'm not overcooking it. So I don't know why this person's mad at me, but we'll just block them just in case. So if you had a skillet, it may have been better to actually make this in a skillet so that way the chicken would get like really brown and like with the little bits. I have a super non-stick pan, so I don't think we're gonna get lots of charred bits like you would normally hope for, but I think that would be really delicious. So let me try giving it like another minute because it was super white when I turned it over. Oh dear. So what are your favorite types of casseroles to, wow, I have like hair flying, sorry. What are your favorite types of casseroles to have? I would be curious to know about it. One of my favorites is a beef reguata casserole. That's one of the ones I do quite often. I also love keto taco pie. So I've made a ton of them. I also like, this one got a little bit brown. I also really like sour cream beef bakes with sour cream and ground meat. Those are really delicious as well. So we're getting a little bit of brown bits, not a whole lot. It looks like this side of the pan is hotter, so I'm going to bring everything down here. I don't know why that is. So we'll see how it does. I decided on blue and platinum. Girl, that is so exciting. I can't wait to see your hair. You're gonna look like a mermaid. It's gonna be amazing. I'm already thinking about what color I want to do next. I kind of really want to do pink, but I know it's going to be like literally hot pink, so it's going to be scary. But I've had pink before, and pink washes out really fast. My hair just does not do very well with pink, so I probably won't end up doing that. Right? The beef ricotta casserole is so good and so easy. I always keep some ricotta on hand so I can just do it in a quick pinch. You'll have to try the sour cream beef bake, Sherry, if you haven't tried that one yet. That one's also really good. Hey Carol, welcome. So glad you jumped on. So for anybody new that's just popping on, welcome. I'm doing a chicken bacon Alfredo bake. So I've already done the Alfredo sauce, so we're just browning up our chicken here. I'm not fully cooking them. I'm just trying to get some brown bits on the outside here. And then we're gonna start building our casserole. So actually I might throw in my bacon right now. Let's see here, let me just make sure I'm not missing anything in the recipe. Yeah, I think I'm going to add the bacon in too, so it can just get a little bit of savory with all these goodies in here. So just because it was easy for me, I made my bacon in the air fryer, just because it's quick and easy. So while I was preparing all of my food for this dish here, I had the bacon going in my air fryer and I just chopped it real quick after in the chopper. But I did save all of the bacon grease to cook my chicken with. So that way it would still get the beautiful flavor of the bacon. So you guys, this smells ridiculously good. I'm really excited. Oh, I'm glad you loved the sour cream hamburger bake, Meredith. I'm so glad you shared. Thanks for giving me feedback. It's like my favorite thing when you guys try the recipes and you tell me that you like them. So. You guys, between the onion and the garlic and the bacon, this is like to die for. Thank God. Thank God I am not fasting, because I don't think I could handle this recipe while fasted. Okay, so I was just trying to give that bacon a little time to just really get savory in here. I probably should have added it sooner, but you can see everything looks amazing. So I don't want to overcook my chicken because we are throwing it in the oven, so I'm going to turn it off real quick, but you can see how amazing that looks. So, all right, we're gonna start to build our casserole now. So let me go ahead and move some of this stuff and I'll bring my casserole dish over. Let me see if you guys can see okay. Is that better? I have such a tiny workspace. One day, you guys, I'm gonna have this magical kitchen where I can do all this so much easier. Where would I get all of my baked recipes? So there's a few different ways you can find recipes on my page. I have a keto kitchen album, so if you go to my photos, it'll give you a snapshot of the finalized product, usually a little video about a taste test, and it'll have a link, and you can click on the link and it will take you over to the actual video for that recipe, and there you can watch the replay if you'd like, and you can also grab the recipe. If the video link isn't working, I actually have a YouTube as well, and it's right on my Facebook page, so you can see a lot of my archived videos on my Facebook. So, and I'm almost finished uploading all of the videos that I've ever had. So I had a few that I lost because Facebook is mean like that. It doesn't store the videos forever. So, but I've got like over 100 videos, so there's lots of videos on there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add all of our stuff to the casserole dish. Let me just spread this out a little bit. By the way, the recipe called for some fresh spinach to layer in here, which I think would be so beautiful with the Alfredo sauce. I just don't have any, so I'm leaving it out. So a pound of meat does fit really nicely in this dish here. So I've got, the recipe called for just a quarter cup of cheese. So since I like cheese, I've got actually a half a cup of mozzarella and a half a cup of cheddar. Doesn't need to mean that I need to use it all, but I'm going to kind of like have enough to work with here. So I'm gonna do a little layer of cheese first, and then I'm going to add our Alfredo sauce. And then I've got a little bit more cheese that we can put on top. So just a little bit of extra gooey cheese inside of the casserole here is what I'm looking for. Thanks for sharing, ladies. I love you. It helps me out so much, so thank you. My son made chicken with roasted garlic, basil, and onion. Oh, that sounds amazing. And asparagus. Asparagus is one of my favorite veggies, but I don't work with it that often. Okay. So here is our Alfredo sauce that we made earlier. You guys, this was really easy. It's like 4 ingredients, so don't be intimidated. So I'm just stirring it so that way it's reconstituted, and I'm gonna pour it over. So let's see here. Hopefully we have enough. We definitely do. Yay! I love it when a plan comes together. Right? Use it all, Sherry. I know, I'm a cheese person, so I'm like, how can a quarter cup of cheese be enough for a whole casserole? It just did not seem like enough, so. By the way, the recipe didn't specify what kind of cheese to use, so I used a little cheddar and mozzarella. I mean, if you guys had something else on hand that you wanted to use, feel free. You guys, this is looking so good. I'm excited. Trying to get the chicken down in there. I kind of want it mostly covered by the sauce. So now this is where I really wished I had some extra bacon, you guys. So I think when you make this, definitely make at least 4 to 6 slices of bacon, because 3 was not enough, because I would have loved to top it with some extra cheese here and then a little sprinkle of bacon. That would have been amazing. So. All right. Oh, I forgot I have a little bit of extra Parmesan. Let me do a little extra Parmesan. Just a little bit. Okay. That is it, you guys. What do you think? Super easy. Yes, and broccoli. You could totally do broccoli in here as well. Broccoli, spinach. I'm trying to think of what other goodies, but yeah, so I hope you guys really enjoyed the recipe. Make sure you swing back to my page later. I make sure to always be very honest, share results, and I do a live taste test so you can check it out. So I hope that you guys had a really great time and got a lot of value out of this video. Make sure you go ahead and give it a quick share for me before you go, and don't forget to follow my page and also send me a friend request if we're not connected. So thank you. I hope you have a great night. I'll be back to chat with you again soon. Take care.